As the start of the school year fast approaches, there continues to be huge concerns about how kids are going to get to and from class. Today, we heard from school bus drivers who say in many cases these buses will be overcrowded and they'll be asked to perform duties they're not trained for. Their main message is they don't want to be the weak link in the education system that could lead to an outbreak.
My concern is the kids.
More than half a dozen school bus drivers, all members of Unifor, the province's largest school bus union, representing 2,500 drivers. They were all expressing their frustration today with what they say is a total lack of consistency when it comes to the school bus transportation plan. And they're not just worried about the kids, but themselves too.
Our concern is the sanitization of the bus. We are not trained. We are not properly trained as to properly sanitize this bus. I want you to look at the bus. Look at how many windows it have. We have drivers who are elderly, who have arthritis. They cannot bend, right? It's extra work on our department, right? We were never trained in sanitization or anything like that.
Drivers ask, what if they sanitize improperly? What if they miss a spot? And they add they're not being compensated for the additional work. They want sanitization to be done by an outside company. Then there is the spacing.
I wanted to talk to you about my concern with the amount of children that will be on buses. One of our drivers have already received her manifest for September, and there's going to be 74 kids on her bus. 74 kids shoulder to shoulder.
Drivers say it doesn't make sense to attempt to social distance and separate cohorts and mask kids in schools, but ignore that on the way to schools.
All we are asking is a mandate from government for everybody wearing a mask so that we can protect ourselves and kids are protected as well.
Union members tell us they don't have enough clear information. So far, the procedures and practices differ from board to board, which is causing confusion. Some drivers say they'll be provided with 1 mask per day. Others say 2. They want the government to step up.
We need consistency. We're looking for the government to mandate that consistency. It should be uniform across the province.
Drivers want to ensure that extra government funding that's supposed to be allocated for PPE for drivers and for cleaning and sanitizing of buses is actually used for that purpose. The Minister of Education provided that reassurance today.
An additional $40 million in new funding is being provided to school boards and to the operators themselves, making sure that those funds flow to support school bus driver on PP and just make sure that our buses are clean for our kids.
Drivers say they made one suggestion that they thought would help make them feel safer, and that is to install plexiglass shields around the driver's seat to protect them. But Ontario's ministry guidelines are so strict that no alteration of the bus of any kind is permitted. In Scarborough, I'm Pam Seatle, City News.